say, the Project Woman has some real beauties there. But Aloy is a special kind of woman there, folks. Did we already search this? Yes, we have. Of course not. The reason I'm completing this here because it's within the city there and basically out.
Check out these wares.
Smoke and sweat. That's how you know you've done a good day's work.
More prices will go.
Unrest everywhere. I
Buy goods with fair price.
Right over here, hello. Ah. Machine resources.
A moment of your time, Outlander?
What did you want to talk about?
You were an Outlander, no? An adventurer. I used to be one myself. I admit, I miss the beguiling colors of the wilds. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special kind of flower. It's made of metal, like a machine. Other blossoms grow around them in amazing patterns. These gleaming beauties are very much in demand among my clients. If you bring me some, I have valuables to trade for them.
You said you were an adventurer.
Just so. The nobles of Meridian crave flowers for their balconies and gardens. So out I went, with bow and spear. I made my name by searching the wilds for the wildest blossoms. No bandit nor machine could keep me from those precious petals.
So what happened?
Love happened, my sweet. My paramour frets too much when I venture out. So now I collect flowers for those without such bonds.
Is it worth it? Being restrained like that?
Of course. Freedom is sweet. But the embrace of my beautiful Theridine is sweeter still.
Aloy has yet to find love there, so that's the one thing she does not yet understand.
These metal flowers, what are they exactly?
No one knows. But some say they began sprouting 20 years ago when the machine started to go mad. Perhaps they grow from the tears of the sun, for he has many faces, does he not? Wrathful one day, cool and patient the next. Perhaps he weeps for our suffering when his anger breaks. Ah, let us haggle over this beautiful bounty. Till we meet again, my noble Nora. Everyone needs a splash of color in their lives.
Kinda odd though there, since that damage had shock. Since that damage mod had shock on it. But then again... not worth it. Where is it? Let me see something here. That's 43% fire versus 41. Let's make a trade-off. There we go. Oh wait, rattlers, of course. Terrible. That'll do for now.
Come, let's talk it over.
Alright.
Buy what you need.
This is thundering outside, folks. Oh.
Everyone knows cars.
I believe we're heading through these.
No one goes into the palace without an invitation.
Yep, I thought so. Yeah, that's the way back. Okay. A little inconvenient that the lifts are not back online. Lying there for some time to get this. The Mad Sun King. The reign of the Mad Sun King. Be warned, reader, that as a true account of the Mad Sun King Jiran's acts, these glyphs are blotted in blood. Truly, the savageries committed can barely be recounted. So pray to cleansing sun for yourself and the teller of these tales. You will learn of the grievous wounds inflicted on foreign lands and the reaping of sacrifice, the Red Raids. For the Mad Sun King would order a whole generation cut from each village, so they might more willingly supply sacrifices and be harder pressed to field fighting men on the next raid. The Utaru sought to appease with gifts of grain, were slaughtered in such number that upon the following harvest the maize grew black and blue with the blood of the dead. Against the Oseram, the terror of the sun piled the corpses of their fallen up to the walls of their villages, so his kestrels might clamber upon the dead to enter. And in the valley of the barbarian Nora, terrors of the savage east, such savagery ensued that the trees were drooped with corpses hung as grim warnings. Should you wish to read of the Mad King's depredations against his own people, your curiosity will not go unsated. Within are accounts of the deaths of those sentenced to the sun, ring, listed in such detail you might think it reported by their own chattering skulls, once piled outside the city gates. Nor will you find a more harrowing account of his massacres of the Hunter's Lodge. Reading these accounts, you might imagine yourself among its brave hawks as they fought to the last, bloodying the sand from dawn till dusk. Or perhaps in the crowds as the loosed behemoths screamed through the stands with crashing of wood and bone. All this crazed bloodletting did the mad Sun King take in with his hideous gaze. Indeed, he would not even look away from the goring of his own son in that ring of death. Yes, fair-haired Kataman of the dawn's rising, so degraded and doomed for the crime of standing against his father. Such a true and complete account of the mad Sun King Jiran's miseries cannot be found in the history annals or heard from the reckoners of the Sun Priests. It is with a heavy heart that I ascribe these events, leaving out no shocking detail. My debt is to history and to you, brave reader. Oh.
We have to fight machines pacing around here.
Liberation. The liberation of Meridian. An official account described by the reckoners of the Sun Priests and marked with the emblems of truth by exacting Varan, who witnessed these events. In the 21st year of the 13th Sun King Jiran's reign, the twilight time of his madness, the Sun King's own favorite heir was put to death. The radiant Kataman's crimes was to demand an end to his father's acts of bloodshed, and his sacrifice set that in motion. Jiran's second heir, the radiant Avad, fled Meridian at dusk with his honor guard, soldiers loyal to him over the Sun King. All night they traveled northwards, knowing that come the dawn it would be branded as traitors and marked for death. So it was that when Jiran made that proclamation, they had already traveled far, and in time they did reach the edge of the Sun